Good morning, student. We will start our sixth chapter with positive thought. That is, the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Okay, student? So, open your book, chapter 6, that is soil, page number 31. Now, student, first of all, I will explain what is soil. Student, soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. It is an important natural resource which forms a basis for agriculture. Without soil, no plants can be grown. All living beings directly or indirectly depends on soil. So, we will start our topic with warm-up activity. Now, student, on this page, roots of a plant go deep into this and get essential nutrient for the plant. We are studying about the soil. So, question is, roots of a plant go deep into this and get essential nutrients for the plant. It supports plant life on earth. Can you name it? Yes, we know this. Soil. Answer is soil. Yes, we can. So, student, let me start our topic from here. Now, student, the topmost layer of the earth's surface is the soil. So, for this, I will make diagram. I hope you all understand. Again, okay. This is globe. It represents earth. Okay. So, first line here is topmost layer of the earth's surface is the soil. Topmost layer. It is the topmost layer of the earth. This is. Okay. Soil is a mixture of minerals, water, air, rocks particles and remains of dead organism. Student, how the soil consists? It is where soil consists of very small particles of rock. It is not formed in a day. The soil that we see around us has taken thousands of years to form. So, soil is a mixture of minerals, water, air, rock particles and remains of dead organisms. So, students, word is here organism, it means creature. Okay. Provide the essential nutrient to plant and support the life on earth. It provide. Soil provide the essential nutrient. Essential nutrient means important substance. Nutrient is substance that is needed to keep a living things alive and to help it grow. It is nutrient. Okay. These are very important for human beings, plants and animals also. Okay. So, soil provides the essential nutrient to the plant and support the plant life on earth. Okay. Now, how was soil formed? How it was? It was formed. Long time ago, the earth was covered with solid rock. We already studied about it. Long time ago, the earth was covered with solid rocks. These rocks were broken down by the action of the sun, wind, rain and water. One question in my mind, how it possible? The sun, rock, sun, wind, rain and water broken down. How it possible? So, the wind and flowing water carried away the small rock particles, and as the rock particles rubbed slowly against each other, they become smaller and smaller into very tiny particles known as soil. So these are the agent for soil form. So who was the agent? Sun, wind, rain and water. Okay, and how they work? The wind and flowing water carried away the small rock particles. Particles means a natural substance such as coal, salt, oil, etc. Especially one that is found in the ground. And as the rock particles rub slowly against each other, they become smaller and smaller into very tiny particles known as soil. They convert into very tiny particles and known as soil. It took thousands of years for the rocks become soil. So student, these are the agent of the soil, making agent of the soil. Who? Sun, wind, rain and water. Okay, rains and flowing water break down the rocks into small pebbles. These pebbles are further broken down into small particles and thus soil is formed. Got it? Okay. Student, one important thing is it take about 100 to 1000 years to form 1 centimeter of soil. It is very important to know this. What? Soil takes about 100 to 1000 years to form 1 centimeter of soil. Okay student. Now, what does soil contain? How it was contained? Take some garden soil, mix it with water and pour it in a glass jar. Take some garden soil, okay, and mix it with water and pour it in glass jar. Okay, let it settle. Let it settle. After some time, student, where I am here. Okay, let it settle. After some time, you will be able to see different layers of the soil. How it possible? It is possible by this example. Take some garden soil and then mix it with water and pour it in a glass jar. Let it settle. After some time, we will be able to see different layer of the soil. Okay student. So important thing is on this page. What is soil? Soil is the topmost layer of the earth's surface. Okay. And then soil is a mixture of minerals, water, air, rocks, particles, etc. Okay. Then how is it formed? It is formed when wind and flowing water carried away the small rock particles, and as the rock particles rubbed slowly against each other, they become smaller and smaller into very tiny particles known as soil. Got it everyone? Then what does soil contain? For this, we give an example. Take some garden soil, mix it with water and pour it in a glass jar. Let it settle. After some time, we will be able to see different layers of the soil. Okay student? Now then, page number 32. Yes, the top portion of the soil contains humus. So students, humus, it means organic material that forms in a soil. It is humus. H-U-M-S. Humus. Here. Humus. Okay student. You know humus? Okay. Now humus is organic material that forms in soil. So student, the top portion of the soil contains humus or remains of dead plants and animals. Okay. And student, you have read earlier the Himalayan rivers bring with them large quantities of alluvial soil. Okay, so student, the top portion of the soil contains humus or remains of dead plants and animals. This layer also contains animals that live on soil such as earthworms. Earthworm is insect always living in the soil. So, topmost layer of the soil contains animals that live on soil, always live in soil, such as the earthworms. The next layer is clay, which is very fine grain of soil. First is soil, topmost soil contains humus. Second layer is clay, and third, in the next layer we can see sand, which contains bigger particles of soil. Then the small pebbles and other rock particles settle at the last layer, they form the bedrock. Soil also contains air and water. Okay. Now student, soil also contain air and water. If we pour water over soil kept in a glass jar, we will see air bubbles. Why it's so? Because they show the soil contains air. That's why in the jar we will see air bubbles. Similarly, if we heat soil in a covered container, we can see tiny water droplet on the lid of the container. Yes, we see this. They show that soil contains water that becomes vapor when heated. Okay, student. Now we will done this exercise. We will complete this exercise in the doubt class. Okay. Now, here is types of soil. First of all, student, top portion of the soil contains humus. Okay. And then next layer is clay. After that sand, and then rock particles. It show the layers of the soil. Okay. And then types of soil. Student, soil can be different colors like grey, brown, black and red. Generally, darker soils have more nutrient. Darker soils. Soil found near the river is very fertile as it contains the nutrients essential for growing different crops. This fertile soil is called the alluvial soil. Student, India is blessed with many kinds of soil due to difference in physical features and climate. So, types of soil is here. First is alluvial soil. Some soil contains large grains of sand. This type of soil is known as sandy soil. Okay. We can find sandy soil in the desert. Sandy soil have less nutrient. Why we call it the sandy soil? Because sandy soil have less nutrient. Soil that is mixture of sand and clay is called the loam soil. Loam soil contains a lot of humus. Humus means remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, so loam soil contains lot of humus which is essential for the growth of plants. This soil is used by the potters to make pottery. Sometimes a farmer adds manure to make a soil more fertile. Manure contains remains of plants and animals which makes the soil more fertile. Okay, so students, soil contains remains of dead plants and animals called humus. Sand, clay, rock particles, air and water soil contains. Okay, then after soil can be different colors and textures. First is alluvial soil. Alluvial soil. This soil is very fertile. Okay. And a large number of important crops such as rice, sugarcane, wheat, pulses, jute and vegetables grow in this type of soil. Okay. Now then second is sandy soil. Sandy soil is found we found this type of soil in the desert area. Sandy soil have less nutrient. Some soil contains large grains of sand. Okay, so we call it desert soil also. Sandy soil we call it desert soil. The soil in the desert areas of Rajasthan is sandy. It is good for growing crops like wheat, gram, dates, etc. So first is alluvial soil, then sandy soil. Third is loam soil. Loam soil, student, it is black in color. This soil is formed from the rocks made by lava. It is good for growing sugarcane and cotton. Okay, loam soil. Loam soil, that is mixture of sand and clay. Loam soil contains a lot of humus which is essential for the growth of plants. This soil is used by the potters to make pottery. Okay, student. Now then, laterite soil. The laterite soil develop in area with high temperature and heavy rainfall. Okay. So student, in India we found different type of soil. First is alluvial soil, then sandy soil, loam soil. Okay. Now student, I hope you all understand. Top portion of the soil contains humus. Okay, this layer also contains animals that live on soil such as earthworms. Then next layer is clay, which is very fine grain of soil. Then sand, which contains bigger particles of soil. Last, rock particles, small pebbles and other rock particles settle at the last layer. Okay, all things we know by this diagram. Okay student, now then types of soil. First is alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is very fertile and a large number of important crops such as rice, sugarcane, wheat, pulses, jute and vegetables grow in this type of soil. Then loam soil. Loam soil contains lot of humus which is essential for the growth of plant. This soil is used by the potters to make pottery. Then first alluvial soil, second sandy soil and third is loam soil. Okay, after that we'll move on last page. Life on soil. Soil supports all the plant life. Animals such as earthworms, snails, ants live on soil. The earthworm is called a farmer's friend as it digs through the soil and makes it more fertile. That's why we are studying about this on the 32 page. The layer also contains animals that live on soil such as earthworm. So it's called the farmer's friend because it digs through the soil and make it more fertile. Okay student, now life on soil. Soil support all the plant life. Okay student, and now it is very important for this for us because soil is not, it is very important for us and India is blessed with many kinds of soil due to the difference in physical features and climates. Okay students, so soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. It is an important natural resource which forms the basis for agriculture. Without soil no plants can be grown. All living beings directly or indirectly depends on soil. Okay student, Now then,